Okay, well, I figured I'd record one more video before I get out of here. I'm at the airport. I stayed here overnight because missing the flight last evening, even though I was here on time, just the way it works. The deal is, if you're ever flying, make sure that you digitally check in so you don't have to deal with humans. And anytime there's not a digital solution, contact the company and tell them to automate that person's life out of existence. Because I'm serious, there's just no point. There's just really no point in dealing with anybody. Just grab your digital passport. You know, skip the line. Don't talk to them. If they talk to you, just ignore them. You know, if they try to talk to you, get a photo of them, talk to their boss. I took a photo of the people that were trying to make it hard for me, and they just called the police. And I was like, all right, I'll talk to the Guardia Civil, but I already uploaded your photo to the internet, and it's done. What are you gonna do? So that's me being aggressive. Just transparency. It's like the new thing to do. But yeah. So I'm about to leave. Finally, there's a couple things that happened yesterday over the internet. I was trying to remember them so I could talk about them because there's some really interesting stuff going on. I guess you guys have been seeing how crazy the debates are getting. They're pretty funny. Andrew Yang is pretty good. I think people should look into him a little bit more. Biden looks like he's blowing it on purpose. Trump said something pretty interesting yesterday about he'd reposted a tweet suggesting, and it wasn't some popular tweet. It was saying that he thought that the current events with the missing body or the body switching could be like a real thing, which was pretty interesting to hear from the president. You wouldn't expect that. And then there was something going on. Oh, the band that does that song, all the other kids with the pumped up kicks, better run, faster than my bullets. They put out a Twitter tweet that was something to the effect of like, come on, you can tell it's not his body. So I thought that was pretty funny, that that's happening. Of course, right now it's got to be like 1 o'clock in the morning in America, or 3 or something, so this might be the wrong time to call you, internet friends. But I just want to let you know that I'm about to get on this plane. And, also it's just funny, like, sleeping here is like, I mean, come on, who does that? Slept next to these two lesbians from Barcelona, and I felt like that was the safest place I could be. Because if I were to sleep outside, I probably would have gotten annoyed by the police, because they always come and bother me when I'm sleeping in the grass. I remember this one time I was like 12, sleeping in the grass in Yugoslavia, or well, it's Croatia, but And then this cop comes up to me and he's like, says something to me in Croatian. I can't remember what, because I was 12. And then he says something to me like, I forget what. And I'm like, sprechen Sie Deutsch? And he's like, ja, ich spreche Deutsch. And I'm like, oh, good, because I don't. And then the police realized I was American. And then that's usually your best line of defense. Always just say, like, is this the way to the beach? That's the most American thing you can do. So, all right, a couple of things I wanted to look up. Oh man, I got disconnected. That's terrible. Well, I hope you guys are looking into Hong Kong, because Hong Kong is really important right now. Hong Kong's being shut down violently. There are trucks moving in. I have friends that are on the scene and they're sending me photos. I'll send some photos so you guys can check it out. But it's really crazy what's going on right now in Hong Kong. It's going to be violent. I see a lot of people saying, give me liberty or give me death. And then, expect them to give you death. You usually have to take your liberty. That's kind of the American thing. I think the Chinese, made in China, they're going to rip it off exactly that way. There's going to be a lot of dead people. And it's really sad. I have some friends on the scene that are saying, get the hell out. But, the Hong Kong airports are shut down because protesters were trying to flee Hong Kong. And I don't think that they're going to be... You might be able to get on a boat. So if you're in Hong Kong, get on a boat and get out, like, right now. Just honestly, pro tip. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be a good situation. I don't even know if anyone can win this. It looks like Hong Kong is at a point where, the Chinese government are too strong. And when I say that, I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to start just saying PRC, because Taiwan is the Chinese government. It's really not Taiwan that's the problem. It's the PRC that wants to oppress. And so I think it's important that we like stand in solidarity with Hong Kong. Granted, that's my bias. You do you. All right, well, it's now getting to be, according to this clock, about 11:35. Oh, another thing. Rocko's Modern Life. Have you guys been watching Rocko's Modern Life? There's a new Rocko's Modern Life on Netflix. And it's an important cartoon from the 90s, but there's a new version of it, and it's all about a transgendered frog. Mr. Big Head's son decides to go transgender. So you should really check that out and see that one, because it's important. It's all about how they're stuck in the furthest reaches of space, they say, and then they find the remote underneath Heifer's butt, and then they get their way back to Earth. And when they do, Mr. Big Head, his life is ruined, and his wife is lonely, and his son Ralph has become Rachel. And I think it's probably one of the best. I mean, considering it's on Netflix, it's probably one of the best things that's on Netflix. You know what I mean? Like, it's an evil channel, evil machine, evil disinformation campaign machine, an agenda pushing thing. Well, I better go check on my bag. This has been about 10 minutes long, so you don't need that much longer than that, right? But yeah, looks like the guy's going to pull the shuttle up, so I'm gonna go get ready to go. Take care.